Yes. Welcome, Sophia. We haven't seen you before. Welcome. Where are you from?
I'm from Cyprus. I was actually chatting with Ruben and he recommended I join the group. So here I am.
Oh,
So
well,
thank you.
Cyprus. That's exciting.
Yeah,
Lovely.
it's a little island in the Mediterranean. And
Okay.
it's 10 p.m. here, so it's beautiful. It's like it's going to be my prayer before I go to bed every night, seems like. It's just perfect timing.
Wonderful. Wonderful. What time did you say it was?
10 p.m. in the evening
Wow. Okay.
on Saturday.
We'll
You
definitely put,
Sunday.
we'll definitely put you to sleep.
No, I don't want to be put to sleep. I want to be calm in the mind and go to bed in absolute peace and joy.
Yeah, that's what we mean. All right. Thank you. Great. Let's just close our eyes and begin to repeat the lesson of today, which is I am determined. I'm what? I am determined. What does that mean? Determined. I, I am really bring it home to you. There's no one else out there. I am determined to see things differently. I am determined to see things differently.
Mm.
Mm, I am determined to see things differently. Mm, mm,
I am determined to see things differently. The idea for today is obviously a continuation and extension of the preceding one. This time, however, specific mind-searching periods are necessary. In addition to applying the idea to particular situations as they may arise. 5 practice periods are urged, allowing a full minute for each. Anthony, would you like to read?
In the practice periods, begin by repeating the idea to yourself. Then close your eyes and search your mind carefully for situations, past, present, or anticipated, that arouse anger in you. The anger may take the form of any reaction, ranging from mild irritation to rage. The degree of the emotion you experience does not matter. You will become increasingly aware that a slight twinge of annoyance is nothing but a veil drawn over intense fury.
Mm-hmm.
Colleen, would you like to read?
Or try, therefore, not to let the little thoughts of anger escape you in the practice period. Remember that you do not really recognize what arouses anger in you, and nothing that you believe in this connection means anything.
Mm-hmm.
You will probably be tempted to dwell more on some situation or person than on others, on the fallacious ground that they are more obvious. This is not so.
Mm-hmm.
It is merely an example of the belief that some forms of attack are more justified than others.
So close your eyes and search your mind for all forms of in which attack thoughts present themselves. No matter how strong or how big or how small, just close your eyes and search for anything that triggers you. And then say, I'm determined to see my anger differently. I'm determined to see my frustration differently. And I'm determined to see my son very differently. Any other examples? Anyone, just call them out. Put your hand up.
I am determined to see my pace of functioning differently.
Mhm.
I am determined to see my recovering body differently. I am determined to see my guidance differently.
Anyone else would like to share the content of their mind?
I am determined to see ants differently. I am determined to see my seeming daughter differently.
Colin,
I am determined to see this body differently.
will you next, Colin?
I am determined to see my sister differently. I am determined to see my responsibilities differently. I am determined to see my awareness differently.
We also have a next option. So you might, for example, focus on an anger on a particular attribute of a particular person, believing that the anger is limited to these aspects. If perception of the person is suffering from this form of distortion, say, I'm determined to see impatience in my son differently, and so on. So we're looking at attributes and then naming the person. Yeah, let's do some naming and shaming.
I am determined to see my father's personality differently.
Mm.
I am determined to see my mum's opinions about what I should be doing differently. I am determined to see my sister's perception of me differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyone else?
I am determined to see my sexuality differently.
Mm-hmm.
I am determined to see my anger with my father differently.
Mm.
I am determined to see my daughter's attitude differently.
Mm.
I am determined to see my son's behavior differently.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes what comes up for me is like, how differently do you want to see them?
Mm.
I think that's a little, like you become more specific as to the quality, like what's the desired outcome? Like, how do you want to see them differently? Yeah. That brings up a slightly different focus. Is you actually specifying how would you desire it to be? It's not in a book, but it feels like it makes sense.
Mhm.
You want to try one or few of those? Like I'm determined to see it differently, and how differently do you want to see them?
I am determined to see my father's personality differently with patience, love, and passion,
There you go.
and non-arrogance.
Beautiful. See, so you get really clear. I think it just brings up more clarity into like how do you desire it to be? Anyone else?
I am determined to see my anger at my friend Kirsty differently, with joy and fun and forgiveness.
Mm, nice one.
And I am determined to see my frustration at myself differently, with loving acceptance.
With what?
With loving acceptance.
Just teasing, you know.
This what?
Just teasing.
Ah, always.
The more you look at it, the more it becomes it, you know, like you begin to manifest straight away. Manifestation is now. And you can create yourself now rather than one day in the future. Okay,
Mm.
more examples before we disappear.
I am determined to see myself differently through God's eyes
Yeah.
or in truth.
Yeah. Which is your being. Beautiful. Anyone else?
I am determined to see and feel.
Mm.
I am determined to see myself and feel the love that I am right now
Mm.
Mm.
in this instant.
Mm.
Mm.
And just feel it and feel it more and feel it more. Yeah. Beautiful. One more.
I am determined to see my amazing body differently through the present moment's lens of perfection.
Mm.
Mm. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so remember it's 5 periods today. And let's just close our eyes and drop in with the famous title, I'm determined to see things differently. And if anything appears as how differently, it's a bonus.
Mm. Mm.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, thank you for coming, everyone. And we'll see you in 24 hours. Remember,
Thank you for
5 practice periods.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
thank you all for
Thank
being so
you
beautiful.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
So
beautiful
much love.
day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.